So I'll just say a few words about the practice. So I had this, we've done some meditations in this class around spaciousness and kind of tuning into the sense of space of awareness. And I had this kind of insight recently that, sometimes when we think of spaciousness, we think it's got to be massive, like it's got to be huge, it's like this really wide open expanse. It has to feel like that. I had this insight recently that actually sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but it might feel like it's roomy. It's like there's enough space in your room for all the stuff. That's a kind of spaciousness. So that's what we're going to explore in this practice, is like opening up enough sense of room, enough openness, enough distance, or enough spaciousness, if that word works for you, to be able to sit just with everything that is arising. So it's an equanimity practice, but also it's a practice of tuning into that awareness that is already there. It's already here, already operating. Okay, so let's do the practice and then we'll take questions afterwards. So yeah, make your way to a comfortable meditation posture. So it's good to just spend a little bit of time getting set up. And of course, in this class, you're totally welcome to have your camera off. If you do have it on though, it gives a little bit of positive peer pressure. I like to leave my camera on when I meditate. But yeah, feel free to make the choice that's right for you for today. And as you kind of get settled in, get yourself set up, make sure your phone's on silent, then just make a few movements to ease your body into the meditation. So rolling the shoulders back, and then forward. Just really feeling into that full range of motion. You might like to stretch the neck as well, tilting the head to one side, then the other, nodding the head up and down, side to side. And then make any movements or stretches that you can do while you're in your current position that would feel good for you right now. I'm going to reach my arms out to the side and above my head. Don't know if I've done that for a few hours. And feel free to yawn or sigh and just release and settle into the practice. And beginning here with a few deep breaths together. So I'm going to guide us through 3 deep breaths. So feel free to join along or breathe in whatever way feels comfortable for you. So if you're following along, inhaling, feeling the belly, pause at the top, and then exhale. Option to breathe out through the mouth. Then inhale, breathing into the belly, filling the lungs. Pause at the top, and then exhale, releasing, relaxing. And then inhale, last round. Pause at the top, and then take another little sip of air. And then breathe out, releasing, relaxing, letting go of anything you don't need. Allowing yourself to really land here. Let the breath fall into a natural, comfortable rhythm. And notice that the mind is clear, bright, naturally open and clear. And then set your intention for this practice. Here we are cultivating the practice of meditation for the benefit of all beings. May any benefits we receive ripple out. May any spaciousness and equanimity allow us to more fully be part of life, to care for those around us. Now, coming into the present moment, begin noticing any sounds that you can hear. I can hear the sound of a fan, the sound of some birds in the distance, and just quiet sounds of other people nearby. Notice the sounds in your environment. And notice that the sounds come and go within a larger field of awareness. And then tune into the sensations of the body. And here, begin by noticing any sensations that feel grounding, stable. Like when you bring attention to those sensations, there's a settling. And this might be something like the feeling of sitting, noticing where your body is supported by the chair, cushion, floor, couch, bed. Might be noticing your hands resting on something resting on the hands. It could be the breath. Find what feels grounding for you. And when you find that, this is your anchor. Feel free to just hang out there. Just allowing that settling to begin taking place. Notice as you bring attention to these sensations that are neutral, maybe even a little pleasant, stable. You might feel this settling. You may feel it somewhere else in the body. You may feel it all throughout the body or all throughout awareness. There might just be a shift towards lightness and ease. Good. Let your present anchor move into the background. And feel free to return to that at any point when grounding would be helpful. Now I'll invite you to open up your awareness. So again, noticing sounds. Noticing how sounds are arriving to you from very different directions and distances. You hear all around you. To each side, front and back, above, below, you can hear sounds. And then tune in to that field of awareness. So this is a kind of foreground shift, bringing the sense of awareness into the foreground. It's really tuning into that. Awareness is open in every direction. This field of awareness that's holding all these sounds nearby and far away. Now notice that this awareness, it might feel spacious in the sense that it does feel big. But it might also just feel spacious, as in it is roomy. There's some room to operate. There's enough room for each sound, each thing that appears. And at times you might also notice that awareness feels like it doesn't take any space at all. You may even find awareness is formless. Now, as you investigate this, if you notice that it feels like the awareness is bounded, like there's something blocking it or stopping the awareness, just allow the awareness to open up right through that boundary. Just as you can hear sounds from the other side of the wall, just allow that awareness to move through. Pour your awareness into any boundary and let it expand. Now, here you might find that within this awareness, you can also include all other sensations. So within this awareness, there's room for body sensations, the sensations of the body arise within this field of awareness. And you can find that there's room for visual forms, eyes open or eyes closed, noticing that all of that also occurs within awareness. And then also noticing that your internal experiences, thoughts, emotions, feelings, even the sense of self, all of this also occurs within this roomy awareness. And notice that the awareness itself holds all of this effortlessly. The awareness accepts whatever is arising within it. Everything is known by this awareness the instant that it appears. So just tuning into this sense of spacious awareness, this roomy awareness. Plenty of space for everything that arises. And if at any point you notice something has contracted and gotten smaller, maybe you've caught onto a thought, there's an emotion, and the mind has collapsed. No problem. When you notice that, that's good mindfulness. And then you simply recognize the wide open, roomy, spacious awareness. Just through intention. And it doesn't matter how many times you need to do this. Just keep opening anytime you notice the mind has collapsed. And so this is a practice of opening, of taking this view of spacious awareness. And just notice that it doesn't really require doing. All it is a recognition of that field of awareness that's holding all of this, and then resting. Resting as this awareness that holds all of these sensations and thoughts, feelings and emotions. Now, for this next part of the meditation, I invite you to really just let these instructions be poured in, like you're listening to music. You don't even have to put effort in to follow along. Just really relax. Let the instructions wash over you. And so I want you to take the view of the spaciousness of the universe. Now, when you bring to mind the universe, it's this vast expanse. Like looking up into the night sky and seeing all the stars so many light years away. This vast sense of openness and distance. Now, from the perspective of the universe is so big that everything within it is totally allowed to be there. The universe itself doesn't reject anything. Feel this sense of acceptance and equanimity from this universal view. There is nothing that is rejected. Everything is held within this vast expanse. And now you may feel a sense of self here. Allow your sense of self to be completely accepted. There's plenty of room for it. May you be accepted by the universe. The universe accepts every part of itself. And then to come back into this present moment experience. Notice whatever is arising. Let it be fully accepted and held in awareness. Everything is a part of this awareness. Everything falls back into this awareness. Imagining a hot day, a stormy afternoon, rain clouds forming over the ocean. Allow everything to be like raindrops landing into the ocean. Everything just melts back into awareness. Rest as awareness.